Today we're opening up Commander Masters. I bought this from a buddy of mine at a very cheap discount, so thank you, homie. And he gave me a little bit of a discount because it was not, he basically opened it up, and so the plastic's off, but the packs are still inside, unopened. So thank you, homie, for the discount. And I don't know exactly what is in each one of these, so it's going to be a little bit of a surprise to me because they were a little expensive, unopened to be able to buy. So we will see what we get. I think one of the cards in here is that Jeweled Lotus, if I'm not mistaken, the one that got banned. I hope I still pull it because it looks really pretty, and eventually if it gets unbanned, then I'll play with it. Knighted Mirror. Okay. So it looks like, I wonder if this is backloaded. Explorer's Scope. Foil looks nice. Whenever equipped creature attacks, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land, you may put it onto the battlefield tapped. Okay. Deadly Recluse, that actually I have in my Finn the Fangbearer deck. Demon's Disciple, a human cleric. When Demon's Disciple enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature or a planeswalker. All right, a little bit of aristocrats there. A Fiend Lash. It's an equipment. Oh, that actually looks sick. That's one of those extending swords. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, has reach. Whenever equipped creature is dealt damage, it deals damage equal to its power to target player or planeswalker. Is that like a Voltron strategy with this card then? That's kind of cool. Brynlin? The Moon Kraken? That is cool. Legendary Kraken, huh? When it enters the battlefield and whenever you cast a spell of mana value 6 or greater, you may return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Huh. Interesting. A nice looking swamp. A Dread Return. I actually have this in foil already. Okay, I have a foil version of this counterspell already. Kodama's Reach. Nice. Okay. And that also is actually in my Finn the Fangbearer deck. The Frost Fang. Okay, look at that foiling. Razaketh, the Foulblood. I think I used to actually play this in my... maybe still in my Satoru Umezawa deck to ninjutsu this guy out. But yeah, check out that foiling. Wow, that looks cool. Maybe I'll put him back into Satoru. The Titan of Littjara? Littjara, probably? When it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. It is the chosen type in addition to its other types. Whenever Titan of Littjara enters the battlefield or attacks, you may draw a card for each other creature you control that shares a creature type with it. If you do, draw a card. Huh. Interesting. I don't know what deck that would automatically go in, at least for the decks that I have. Obscuring Haze, not foil, but hey, we'll take it. And, oh yes! This is one of the cards I need. Yay! That's right, cause of like the Great Distortion, some Eldrazi boys. This actually is a great pull. Whenever you cast a spell, if you have fewer than 7 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. And that guy's got Menace, and he also has discard a card with mana value X, counter target spell with mana value X. Ew. And look at that, man, that alternate art looks great. Very cool. Got an Eldrazi. And a nice little elemental 1/1 and a construct. Very cool. All right, on to the second pack. Commander Masters. Let's see what we get here today. I want to be careful. I don't want to be pulling on this too hard here. We'll open it up. I already feel like I was kind of bending the cards just slightly, and I don't want to do that. All right. So, very first card is a Fierce Empath. An elf, huh? When it enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a creature card with mana value 6 or greater. Reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Living Lightning. When it dies, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. Is that Vizier of Tumbling Sands? Untap another target permanent? Okay. Not bad. Could potentially go into my Kilo deck. Snake Skin Veil. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn. I actually think I literally just played with this. It didn't come up. I didn't need to use it, but I think I actually have this card in my Edric Spy Master of Trest Commander deck. We got Body Double. Is that a... Okay, so yeah, it's like a copier. You may have Body Double enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature card. Oh, in a graveyard, though. Huh. That's cool. Izareth, the Awakener? You're a wizard, huh? Death Touch. Whenever she enters or attacks, you may pay X. When you do, return target creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield with a corpse counter on it. If that creature would leave the battlefield, exile it instead of putting it anywhere else. So a little bit of Reanimator, huh? Human Wizard, very cool. We got a Pretty Little Plains. Is there the date on there? No, it's just 2003. That's when it was printed, not when it was probably drawn originally. Thran Dynamo. I don't think I have this card. Now I do. Very good. Pretty Command Tower. I actually think I already have a foil version of this. Path of Ancestry. Okie dokie. Bribery. Search target opponent's library for a creature card and put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Then that player shuffles. Oh, I am sure my pod is going to love me playing this. Ah, man. Okay. I mean, sick. I wish I got a different card in this slot, but we'll take it. Very cool. Flying, Double Strike, Vigilance, Trample, Indestructible for the Primal Dawn Elder Dinosaur. Zetalpa? Zetalpa. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Very cool foiling. Demon of Fate's Design. Ew. That looks cool. One of the card types I've been thinking about building a deck around is demons, because everyone over here has angels and elf ball and what else? Vampires. So many people over here have Edgar Markov decks. Flying, Trample. Once during each of your turns, you may cast an enchantment spell by paying life equal to its mana value rather than paying its mana cost. Okay. Pay 2 and a black, sacrifice another enchantment. Demon of Fate's Design gets X plus X plus O until end of turn, where X is the sacrifice enchantment's mana value. Interesting. So it's a 4 black for a 6/6. And very nice. Not foil, but we'll take it. Gazella, Blade of the Gold Knight, or Blade of Gold Knight. Flying, first strike. If a source, you would, if a source would deal damage to an opponent or a, oh my god, I cannot read. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double damage to that player or permanent instead. And then if a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half that damage rounded up. Man, I like the way this card looks. Really nice. Too bad it's not foil, but yeah, sick. We'll take it. I don't know if I actually have this card. Angel, but very nice. And Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow. I don't play her. I play Zutaru, but maybe eventually we'll make a Yuriko deck, but meh. We got an Eldrazi, and we got a Demon. Nice. Cool. Overall, good pulls. Pretty happy with that pack. On to our third pack of Commander Masters. Alrighty. Let's see what we can get. I'm hoping for some more Commander staple cards. Maybe some more Eldrazi if we can open that. Overall, just cool variations of cards would be nice. So we got a Sky Shroud Claim, a Serrated Scorpion, Serrated. I don't actually know that I've pronounced that word before out loud. When it dies, deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Okie dokie. A Swift Response, destroy target tapped creature. A Dwarven Hammer. Enters the battlefield. You may pay 2. If you do, create a 2/1 red dwarf creature token and then attach the hammer to it. Alrighty. Lightning Greaves, nice foil. Can't have too many of those. Yargle, Glutton of Urborg. I'm pretty sure that I saw people talking about this as a silly commander, And I don't think I'm ever going to build it, but cool. We got a nice forest. Is that Kemba, Ka Regent, Cat, okie dokie. At the beginning of your upkeep, create a 2/2 white cat creature token for each equipment. So probably like a Voltron strategy with this guy. A non-foil Faithless Looting, a foil Fact or Fiction, the Rune Scarred Demon. I'm pretty sure he is in my Sutaro Umezawa deck because, yes please, for 4 mana, be able to get this guy out and then search your library. We love to see it. Okay, very good. Nice. Man, I could have sworn like a year ago this Sword of the Animist, or Sword of the Anime as I like to call it, cost like 20 or 30 bucks, and now it's probably down to like 5? Man, but nice foiling. We will take that. Boon of the Spirit Realm. Oh, that's nice. There's like some anime characters on that. So it's an enchantment, okay. Whenever Boon of the Spirit Realm or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, put a blessing counter on Boon of the Spirit Realm. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for each blessing counter on it. Whenever it or another enchantment enters, creatures I control get +1/+1. Could go into Ariette of the Charmed Apple. Whenever I see cards, I'm kind of thinking about, of the decks I have, what deck I could put them in. A Fierce Guardianship. Awesome. Love to see it. A Steel Shaper's Gift. What is this? Search your library for an equipment card, reveal that card, and put it into your hand, then shuffle. The art on that looks pretty cool. And behind that is a Sapperling. Okie doke. And an insect. All right, overall, can't complain. Was begging for some Commander Staples. Got Fierce Guardianship. And that brings us on to our final pack of Commander Masters. What are we going to pull in here? I want to be careful not to bend the cards too much. Proceeds to pull on them horribly. Looking around my table for some scissors, and offhand, I don't see them. All right, we got our fingernail in there. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, thank you. All right, nice bird illusion there in the back. All right, so first card up is Fall from Favor. It is a aura. When Fall from Favor enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature and you become the monarch. Okay, cool. Enchanted creature does not untap during its controller's untap step unless that player is the monarch. Okay, encouraging a little bit of combat in blue. You love to see it. A Sun Spear Shikari. Another cat soldier. As long as Sun Spear Shikari is equipped, it has first strike and lifelink. Okay. A foil Faithless Looting. Crawling Infestation. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may mill 2 cards. Okay. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into a graveyard from anywhere during your turn, create a 1/1 green insect creature token. This ability triggers only once each turn. Okay. Gormand. That guy looks sick. A Gormand, huh? As an additional cost, cast a spell, sack a creature, flying, trample, and when it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Okay. I mean, that's very demon-esque. Very cool. Danitha. Okay. Very cool. Already have one of her. Actually, I mean, I have a few. I think I have actually a few variations of her. I think this might be one of my favorite artworks of this version of Danitha. An island, a generous gift. Well, that's nice. I didn't know they actually had this artwork variation of it. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 elephant creature token. Felwar Stone. Wish it was foiled. Love to see it. Dread Return. Here's the foil. Mizzix of is Magnus. There you go. Goblin Wizard. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell with mana value greater than the number of experience counters you have, you get an experience counter. Okay, so we're trying to deal in experience counters here. Instant and sorcery spells you cast 1 less to cast for each experience counter you have. Okay. I think I'm kind of understanding the deck this goes in. This is like a Niv Mizzet man, huh? Or a Vivi or something. Oh, there it is! Jeweled Lotus! Not the super duper expensive version, but raised foil. Is that what this is called? This variation of this art or card? The Jeweled Lotus. Well, we got one. Hopefully, eventually, it is unbanned so I can play with it. Very cool. All right. A sliver card. We don't have any slivers, so I'm not too concerned about this one, but looks cool. Tooth and Nail and Bloodchief Ascension. Nice little treasure and a bird illusion. Tooth and Nail. All right. Well, you love to see it. We might manage to pull one of the more expensive cards, as far as I know, in Jeweled Lotus. I'm sure the price has gone down since it got banned, and it's not that cool, crazy, sexy alternate art version of it, but hey, we will take it. Thanks for joining me today and opening up some Commander Masters. What are some of the cards that are highlights for you from that set? Did I pull any of them? And is it worth buying any more to continue opening on the hunt for some of these alternate artworks? Thanks for watching. Bye.